Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. It's evening here, the day after the football match, I'm afraid. I'm very sorry, England. I did support Spain. I've got a little bit of tea in this. I mean, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this tea, but I did today because as you know, I'm not into sport at all. I am a complete ignoramus. So I was looking up what ESPY is, and I found ESPN, which is the streaming service. Oh, just get comfortable here. It's so hot here today. I couldn't do it inside the boat. So I've been doing some research into that. But let's talk about Wimbledon and the football. Now, the football with Spain, I knew England wouldn't beat Spain. I live in Spain. Believe me, the people of Spain eat, sleep and breathe football all the time. They would rather commit harry-carry on the football pitch. And I thought England played spectacularly well. I didn't think they would get as well as they did. They got a goal in. I was watching them, the heart, the soul, William and George watching. I was thrilled, of course, for our King Felipe and Princess Sofia. I live in Spain. I've lived in Spain for 14 years. It's very, very close to our heart. So we were pretty torn. Graham supported England. I couldn't actually believe I watched a football match because I haven't watched a football match in about 20 years. I think the last one was one of the European, do they call it UEFA still? Anyway, I mean, that's how much I know. So I knew anybody really who ends up against Spain, they are do or die. But also, a lot of people are like, oh, they're sad because it's not coming home. But it is incredible achievement to make it to the finals, in my opinion, in my completely ignorant opinion. Incredibly fantastic that they made it to the finals. And Spain were quite worried for a while there. So was I when England scored the goal. I thought, ooh, I think this might go to that penalties thing or injury times or whatever they call it. Right, now, the little bit of tea I found today, and some of you may already know this, or someone else might have mentioned this. So, as I was saying, I couldn't understand why everybody was talking about those EPSN awards as something to do with Disney. I understand now. There's a streaming company called ESPN, and they have a YouTube channel, which I found today. I just accidentally came across it. It's got 12.1 million subscribers. And of course, they've got the video of Harry accepting the award, which he should never have accepted, on stage. Now, they also have the clip of our Princess of Wales entering Wimbledon and getting the most spectacular and genuine standing ovation ever. You can imagine a certain person is smashing dishes and is thoroughly unhappy right now. Well, the two videos, and I will put links to both videos, sorry if the camera's wobbly, I'll put the links in the description. The one of Harry receiving his award with all his fake applause and fake cheering and clapping has had 261,000 views. The one of the Princess of Wales has had 1.2 million views, and it was a genuine, visibly genuine standing ovation. That's not going to make somebody very happy at all, is it? I would imagine. And as you know, a lot of the time we're talking about my imagination. One of her sugars the other day said, oh, you're just like her, it's your channel's all about you. Yeah, it is actually. It's my channel and it's about my thoughts and opinions. I think you'll find most YouTubers' channels, that's the case. Don't they just come out with the most ridiculous arguments? It's almost like Meghan's made a script for them. Anyway, I would imagine by now she's probably quite fed up. Harry's just not pulling any red carpets for her. He's not pulling any weight. There's no influence. I would imagine there's very little money. So perhaps negotiations, or she will try negotiations for a divorce settlement. Now, I don't think that that's going to involve the royal family at all at this stage. I think that will be, she'll probably be fighting Harry for half of his debt. because, as I see, the King and Queen are going on a royal tour to Australia and somewhere called Samoa, I think. Sorry if anyone lives in Samoa. I'm not familiar with that neck of the woods. And they, of course, are in the Channel Islands today, and they are getting about their business, with the Princess of Wales going to Wimbledon with Princess Charlotte, and, of course, our Prince of Wales going with Prince George to the football yesterday. It's obvious that despite some bumps in the road, let's call them bumps in the road, our royal family are just getting on fine, and I don't think they could make it any clearer. There is no place for that pair in the royal family. Why would you want people like that back who just cause drama and arguments? I remember one of the palace staffers, you know, one of these sort of sources say years ago when they were in the palace, one of them said, there's always an argument and a drama going on, which Meghan doesn't appear to be involved in, but she's always in the centre of it. So, I mean, why on earth would anybody want that back in palace walls? And I also remember the quote of somebody saying, because when they left the royal family, all mainstream media could say was, oh, they'll be sorely missed, they're going to leave a gap in the family, you know. I remember thinking at the time, well, firstly, what a stupid thing to do, Harry. And secondly, I think it's for the best, actually. It really is. And apparently some palace insider said there was a collective sigh of relief as they left the building. And I can imagine, I mean, I've known people like that, where you literally sigh relief as soon as they go, and everybody falls back into their chair and says, oh my God, I need a gin and tonic just to get over that. So very interesting times. They've gone a little quiet, haven't they? But I think that they will be, we are going to see livening up, because in Meghan's world, nothing moves slowly. Have you noticed that? She chops from this idea to that idea very quickly, really, compared to everybody else in the world. Royal family, of course, move much, much more slowly. But, I mean, corporations will build a brand for several years before they give up on it. They might tweak it, but, I mean, this girl, she completely changes. One minute she's doing kids' books, The Bench, that wasn't very successful. She read one out on Cleverly. I think it had more dislikes. I think it must have hit the record. More dislikes than likes, which is kind of ironic as well, because she did an interview just a few days before that saying that social media should have a dislike button as well as a like button. Remember that? Well, YouTube's always had that, and you could always see how many dislikes there were on a video compared to likes. But after the Cleverly one YouTube channel, YouTube actually hid, so you can't see how many people have disliked a video. I mean, which I think is quite disappointing, because it's so fake, isn't it? I always liked that people could see how many dislikes there were, just to show it's, you know, there's balance out there. There is balance. Is it getting a little dark now? I think I'm shouting as well. And my neighbours just shut their window. So I won't chat too long this evening. We've been extremely busy here because it's holiday season, so of course that's where it's all going. And a few people have asked in the comments, are you on a boat? Yeah, I'm on a boat. I'm glad it looks like a boat when I do the videos inside. Sometimes it's in the house and sometimes it's on the boat. It's going to get hotter and hotter and hotter here for the next couple of weeks. End of July, beginning of August is... Oof. So I might do some underwater footage. Might show you the underneath of our boat, which we're quite proud of, because when we took it out of the water, you know, people use anti-foul on hulls. Well, a friend of ours said put chili powder and, what was the other thing? Chili powder, and it wasn't curry powder. I think it might have just been chili powder. We put tons of it in the paint, mixed it up. The barnacles and stuff, they don't like it. Burns their little tongues. Yep. Because the anti-foul, they put things like copper in it, you know, like sucking a penny. Ooh, remember doing that as a kid. And the barnacles don't like that either. So there's the usual green stuff, but no barnacles on our boat. So last night, this place went wild, of course, celebrating, and rightly so. And actually, I think that English football fans should celebrate. They should celebrate the hard work. I mean, I can't believe those players, how much they're running up and down the pitch. I'd be buggered after like, I don't know, 50 metres. That'd be the end of me. I mean, they're like a bunch of gazelles, and I can't believe when they can kick the ball from one end of the pitch to the other. I wasn't going to watch it, I really wasn't, but a friend persuaded me and went, oh, go on, you've got to. So we did. Both of us watched it. Quite momentous, actually. That's one off the bucket list anyway. Not that it was particularly on my bucket list in the first place. Anyway, so that's my theory. If there were to be a divorce, be interesting about custody. I'm not saying anything about the kids. I don't talk about other people's children, but the technicalities of custody, I can see complications there, because it is a fact that Meghan's name was removed from Archie's birth certificate. So that's all a bit of a mystery, isn't it? The palace actually said that and Meghan confirmed it. That is super weird, isn't it? So he doesn't have a mother's name on it. He just has Duchess of Sussex. He doesn't have a mother's name on the birth certificate. That is super, super weird. And that was an official thing that they said. Anyway, love to hear your thoughts and opinions. We are entering a new era, ladies and gentlemen. And I think we can all have a lot of fun theorising about what is to come. Might go live tomorrow, I don't know. Let's see how things go. Let me know in the comments if you fancy a live chat and we can all have a gossip about stuff. Thank you very much for listening.